Oh, I've been working so hard on this McLaren. Wish I could just have some fun. Well, 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 what do we have here? This is the VX2. Oh! You like that VMAX? That make you cringe? Huh? So today we're taking a short break from the McLaren build and we're taking a look at the VMAX VX2 Pro electric scooter. This is the GT model. That's the top of the 3 trims. I think I'm gonna start this video off by saying I'm not a professional reviewer, all right? I'm not gonna go deep dive into the specs and be like, oh, it has 1mm suspension travel more than the last one I reviewed. I do stress tests, okay? I don't care about the specs. The main premise is basically, is it comfortable? Is it fast? Will it get me far? But for all you geeks and nerds out there, I will tell you the specs really briefly right here, right now. And if you need to rewind and rewatch, then please do so. But I'm gonna just pull these specs up. I'm just gonna rapid fire them for you, just so you know what you're looking at if you are a geek or a nerd. Free shipping, 24-month warranty, has local support and service. I'm assuming they mean just, you know, you can bring it to a bike shop and they'll fix it for you. It's UL certified, which means it won't catch fire. They do testing to make sure it won't explode on you. So that's good. And it's street legal according to it's a scooter. You don't need license and registration for this. Aluminum frame, has regen braking. The GT model goes 24 miles per hour. Max payload is 287 pounds, so I should be just fine. 48 volt, 16 amp hour battery. This thing has a 500 watt motor, so it's pretty decent for an e-scooter. It has a bright headlight, they say, and it has turn signals, so that's cool. And unlike a lot of the Chinese scooters out there, this is actually a Swiss brand. So VMAX is not just you're not just sending your money to China. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, they just mention it has good performance and all the stuff that everybody else says. So today we're here to actually test that out and see if this scooter is any good. And allegedly it does 37 miles of range. So 24 miles per hour, 37 mile range, that's what they claim. So today that's what we're actually here to test out and see if it's accurate, see if it's comfortable and actually any fun to ride. Also, I think I will mention while I'm here, it's a pretty common theme on my channel that I'm not a professional reviewer and I actually review things as they are. People send me expensive things and pay for me doing a video on them. But there have been many companies that do that, but their product is just junk. So I just tell you it's junk. I just want to get that out of the way now before everybody's like, oh, you're a biased reviewer. They sent that to you for free. But if it's trash, it's trash. So I'll let you guys be the judge of that. All right, so let's get this thing unboxed. And don't let looks deceive you. This was actually significantly heavier than I expected. This is not the first e-scooter I've ever gotten. When I picked up the box being, you know, as small as it is, it's like 50 pounds, dude. Like, this is not a box you can just pick up, like, super easy. I'm super buff, so. The thing I like about e-scooters is they're so easy to set up. You just pull them out of the box, put the handlebars on, and you're set to rip. This is actually fairly serious handlebars here. Wow, look at these things. I'll get you a close-up, but man. All right, here she is. This is it. Let's go, dude, let's go. Look at this thing, ladies and gentlemen. That's a nice clamping mechanism there. Look how nice and solid and smooth that is. How about that? All right, 4 screws holding on the handlebars. Let's get these all the way in. I'm just gonna do it with this hand tool, even though getting a little electric one would be faster. Now that the simple setup was complete, let's pull this in for educational purposes so you guys can see the screen while we're actually doing stuff on it. Chances are right out of the box, you'll have to adjust a couple things, and this brake lever definitely needs to bite a little harder. So I'm gonna fold this out just a little bit to tension the cable. Oh, significantly better. And let me just chime the bell for you real quick. RIP headphone users. Let's go ahead and remove this cover here for the screen. Woohoo! Let's turn it on. And yeah, here's, let's go over software really quick. So they said 5 times on the on button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 13. Shown on display. Then mode could be changed by pushing the throttle to mode 2. Hey, how about that? Let's go. And then I'm just gonna reset it. So that's how you turn it up to 24 mile per hour top speed. And much to my enjoyment, it is not a kick scooter. When it's on 0 miles per hour, you can, Anyway, software screen looks nice. This is like a really heavy duty handlebar. Like you guys can see these grips are really nice. Controls and everything are like definitely higher quality than the average e-scooter. Turn signals, that's sweet. And then they are on the handlebars. That's pretty sweet, dude. That's that. And of course, this is a folding e-scooter, so you just unclamp that and then pull that guy back, fold that sucker down, and it has a latch right there, and you can just pick it up and carry it around, do whatever you want with it. Obviously, pull, clip, clip. All set. All right, you guys, last thing worth mentioning is the headlight. Turn that on, and you guys can see it is indeed a bright headlight. And I know from experience it is small but effective. And then, yep, just as you'd assume, it also does have a turn signal on the rear too. So if you're riding it around and you need to signal from the rear, it also has it from the handlebars and from the rear. Something I'll note really quick, it does have functional brake light, even if your headlights are not on. If I do turn the headlight on, you guys can see, oh, it gets even brighter. How about that? Got a running light too. Turn signals, awesome. I also just noticed about the brakes, the left lever is for the front brake, which is a drum brake. Feels good enough. Then the right side brake is actually cable driven as well, but it doesn't go to a brake at all, but it controls the regen. So check this out. So if I'm pushing it, nothing. Then I push it and I can feel the regen kick on and this actually dragged the wheel. I don't know if I've ever seen a cable driven regen brake. So it might just be variable and the cable actually pulls on a sensor or something. I have no idea. Anyway, fun fact, let's get this thing out for a ride and then we'll get this thing charged all the way up and take it out for a longer test. Woohoo, it's actually pretty quick. Zero to 60. Seems pretty quick, dude. Not bad. Not bad at all. I just made an important discovery. The regen is actually variable. I thought it might just be the switch for the brake on or off. It's actually variable and it's cable driven. I've never seen that before. That's crazy. Let's get a couple high-speed passes and then a brake test for you guys. For this clip, I'm gonna leave my microphone right here on the ground so you can actually hear what it sounds like going by. Was that pretty good? Let's get you guys a brake test. How about it? All right, 25 miles per hour and brake. That was both levers back to the bars. So that's about as fast as you're gonna brake, but it's just an e-scooter. It's not like it's going that fast anyway. This thing turns on a freaking dime. Check that out. If you're in a real tight spot, you could easily maneuver this thing. You guys can see, red light, it is charging. When it's actually charged up, I'll bring you guys back and we'll get this thing on a full range test and top speed run. Briefly, in case you pick one of these up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, goes to 13. When you set it to 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll save it. So now you guys can see kilometers per hour, 30, 40 something kilometers per hour. So that's definitely much faster than it was. 24 kilometers per hour was the top I was hitting that it would top out at mode 1. So it turns out putting it to power 2 with the throttle and then cycling the power, it wasn't saving the setting. Anyway, fun fact, you just got to push it 5 times again after changing it and then it'll save the setting and we're good to freaking rip. Let's take it back out and do another top speed test. We're rolling again. Let's get another top speed test. Let's see how this thing feels now that it's on a faster setting. It's definitely faster. Yeah, it's definitely faster. That's more like it. This is more $1,000 price range right here. This is nice. This is quick. I feel like this is gonna drain the battery a lot faster than I expect though. And I guess it's worth mentioning that I'm 6'3" and like 215 pounds, 210 pounds. So I'm definitely heavier than the average guy. This is awesome. And cruise control is now on. Looks like everybody's putting their trash out for trash week. Let's freaking go. Got a fridge if anybody needs it. Let's go, let's go. I'm gonna get some tuck. See if we can't just get that top speed before the end of this road here. Woohoo! 24.3, let's go. We hit it. The claimed spec is actually correct. How about that? They're in like the top 10% of e-bike and e-scooter companies
with their claimed specs that are actually accurate. How about that? This thing's quick. This is so much more fun. This is so much more fun. And again, as far as ride quality, I don't know if it's just the handlebar construction, because these are really nice, like, grips. Most e-scooters don't have that beefy of grips. But, like, I don't feel any vibration. I feel some of the big bumps, of course. E-scooter with no suspension. But it's not uncomfortable. I don't feel vibration. That's what I hate most, is vibration. Because that just makes your hands all numb and stuff after a little bit of riding it. The bumps I can handle, because it's just a street use e-scooter anyway, so it's going to be on a flat surface the entire time. You're young, your knees are the suspension. That's how this works. That's how e-scooters work. So anyway, there you guys have it. First impression, it's nice. It's like, it's well built. It doesn't have suspension, so, you know, it could be a little bit more smoother of a ride, I guess. But it's definitely fast enough now, 24 miles per hour. So right now I'll take it out for a full range test. You guys know we're on a full battery since we started here, and we'll see how many miles we actually get. And because the speedometer is accurate as well, we can actually trust the odometer to read the correct amount of miles or kilometers, and then I'll convert it later.
With the range test underway, I think it's worth mentioning that VMAX actually has an app for pairing the scooter called VMAX Connect. This whole time I've been riding it using kilometers per hour, but through the app I could have changed it to read miles per hour. Fun fact. Overall, a very fun electric scooter. Feels really well built, smooth, fast, nothing really to criticize about it.
I know you guys can't see it really on this screen just because the camera is making it look all weird. I've ridden 16 miles and we're still at half battery, so I'm impressed, but this is taking a long time to kill this thing. So I'm gonna just go out again and see if I can get this thing all the way dead, see what kind of mileage we get. I'm actually very surprised about how decently powerful the scooter is. It's actually pretty torquey. It'll actually pull easy wheelies. If you kind of just slightly lean back and hit the throttle, you'll pull a wheelie. It's freaking crazy. I don't know a whole lot of consumer e-scooters that will do that, so. We got 43 kilometers on one charge, which I think is right around 27 miles or so. And man, that's really not bad considering I was hauling down the road at about 24 miles per hour the whole way, as fast as I could possibly go on the fastest setting. Considering I was going that fast on it, 27 miles is extremely impressive. For $1,000 and under e-scooter, I've never had one go that far before. So yeah, so needless to say, I'm actually pretty impressed for the price. Like, there are a couple of compromises. Like, I would have liked to maybe to see like a monoshock up front or something, but honestly, just as far as performance goes, I don't know if you could beat the powertrain for the price. Obviously, you could probably get one from like AliExpress that would do better specs for less, but you'd have no support and you'd get it a long time from now. So that's it for this video. There's really not much more to say. So things I like about this thing, obviously the powertrain. This 24 miles per hour, 27 miles doing 24 miles per hour. Really not bad, dude. If I kept it on speed 1 and I was limited to 16 miles per hour, I guarantee you I'd see at least 35, 36, 37 miles, which for a consumer scooter is very good. I don't think I've ever reviewed a consumer scooter that did over 18 miles, 20 miles maybe for a good one. And those ones still were going for like $950 each. So to get one that does 24 miles per hour, significantly faster, and 27 miles of range at full throttle, significantly longer range than other consumer e-scooters, dude, I'm impressed. I really am. I have nothing to complain about as far as powertrain. It's very torquey. As I said, you could do a little wheelie. You know, it satisfies like the fun factor. I love that it has electronic cruise control. You hold it down and then it'll lock you at that speed. The headlight's nice, the overall feel's nice. Not too much to complain about as far as actual riding experience on the thing. Overall, very good e-scooter. No real complaints about it. A couple compromises for the price that we have to make because it has a good powertrain is it doesn't have suspension, and so the ride's a little rougher than if it had suspension. As long as you're riding on decently smooth surfaces, it's no big deal. Brakes could be a little better. Cable-driven front drum brake does not stop you super fast, but it has good variable regen braking, which I used the whole time. There were a select few moments I had to actually use the cable brake as well. No real complaints there. Overall, pretty nice e-scooter for the price. So there's a link below if you guys want to check it out. Again, insane performance specs as far as a consumer e-scooter goes. So for commuting, this one I can highly recommend. Most e-scooters like this are really just for the novelty of just doing like 14 miles per hour for 10 miles around town, you know, for like 30 minutes having fun on it. But this is legit like a commuter scooter. You could go legit all the way across town and back, and you'll get home just fine doing 24 miles per hour the whole way. Catch you in the next McLaren video, guys. Thanks for watching.